The Ministry of Technology, Communication and Innovation is glad to know that with more e-government initiative over the last decade and involvement of citizens with the cyberspace, the National Computer Board and the State of Youth are both working in the right direction by adapting the appropriate strategies and policies to provide a secure environment for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, a cyber drill exercise has become an important component in the cyber landscape nowadays. Such a drill aims at preparing organizations on how to protect their connected critical infrastructure. The better knowledge of cyber drill will no doubt raise the participant awareness on cyber threat and how to develop cyber security strategies. As national cyber security is high on the ministry's agenda, a cyber security strategy has been elaborated, and one of the recommendations is to come up with a policy framework for critical information infrastructure protection and information security assurance for Mauritius. The purpose of this policy document, which is in a draft stage, is to establish a proper governance framework for information security risk management at national and organization levels, and also to develop capabilities in responding to information security incidents which may impact on critical information infrastructure. During this workshop, you will surely get to know more on the development of this matter. You will agree with me that with the dynamic evolution of the cyberspace and its associated sophisticated threat, no responsible organization can afford to stay on the laurel with static strategies. There is a constant need to be always prepared against cyber threat, and hence the reason for today's workshop on cyber threat. I personally think that even cyber drill will have to be re-engineered very soon with the rise of AI application. Our cyber threat against AI system data algorithm may lead to incorrect and wrong prediction and ultimately with drastic consequences. I am glad to learn that participants from almost all the critical sectors of the economy are present today. I urge you all to actively participate in the workshop so that you derive the maximum benefits from the experience of the high-profile members of the cyber team. Ladies and gentlemen, before ending, I would like again to thank the European Union, the cyber team, and the National Computer Board for making possible this workshop. I thank you all for your attention and wish you fruitful deliberation. I have now the pleasure to declare the workshop officially open. Thank you.
In preparing cyber drills, the most important part is actually to learn what is relevant risk scenarios for the sectors that are actually participating in the exercise. So I would say that the most important part in preparation of the cyber drill is to make it as realistic as possible. So therefore I'm really happy to see so many different sectors and your own experts in this workshop. So we try to hear from them what are the risks for Mauritius and to prepare the exercise based on that.
Normally they say that the users are the ones that are not aware of the risks that exist. Now you as being experts in the domain, how are you going to sort of prepare them to understand the real risks of cyber attacks?
Of course, so most of the attacks these days start with the part that is between computer and the chair, with the human being. But in terms of cyber drills, what is also important is to prepare your leadership, because cybersecurity is also about making right and fast decisions when this thing hits you. So I would even emphasize that besides preparing average user who could trigger any cyber incident, it is even more important is to prepare your leadership, leaders of different and the experts below them to handle this crisis and to have a good collaboration when this crisis occurs. So this is also very, very important.
Sometimes we think that having antivirus and firewalls does not make us easily attemptable by hackers.
Yes.
Is that true?
Well, antivirus and firewalls are great tools, they are important part because they help you to achieve a basic level. But I would say that every firewall is broken in one moment, and every antivirus will miss some kind of new malware or whatever type of new threat. So to say that if you have antivirus and firewall in place, then you are secure, then you are wrong. You have to be prepared for the moment when you are not secure. So like you can be sure that these things are broken one day or sooner or later.
Is Maurice prepared for a big hacking?
I think your experts know that best, but it seems to me the cooperation that we have with our counterparts here, it seems to me that you have a really good commitment and already some really solid experience in increasing cyber preparedness.
Of the CERT-NU, and as such you're responsible for the cybersecurity of the systems that are here. Why is it important to have such drills in Mauritius with outside partners?
Especially the cybersecurity drills are an important exercise, and normally why the organizations or the countries they are doing it, that it allows the organizations in order to find out the gaps into their systems or IT systems or IT infrastructure or networks, which will help them in order to fill that gap. So of course if there are vulnerabilities which are found within their systems, so this exercise allows us to identify that, and then once they are identified, then we know how to fix them. So this is the importance of having this kind of exercises from time to time.
Okay, and part of the job is to evaluate the risks that exist on an ongoing basis. Now, how important is that towards the exercise itself?
In fact, there are incident response plans which are normally formulated for the organizations, and that incident response plan formulation has this stepwise process which normally allows that how you be able to handle that kind of specific threat. So this is the way how you'll be able to do that. So there are different procedures again which are developed, and based on those procedures again you'll be able to efficiently manage those cyber threats and fix them.
Okay.
How Mauritian companies are aware about CERT.mu? Because it seems to me that some companies are not aware whenever they are where to go.
No, in fact, I mean we are there for a long time. So we are in operation since 2008, and then we are having the dedicated portals, dedicated website, and then we send out the advisories on a daily basis. So and we again try to make people aware. We carry out sensitization campaigns. We carry out different workshops so that people they know about it, because it's quite old team, and then this particular team is operation from quite some time.
Many cases of hacking Mauritius, phishing, but CERT.mu is dealing with many cases.
There are a number of cases which are reported. So I mean, of all types of incidents, not only, for example, let's say the phishing or let's say the ransomwares. There are other threats again. They are there. It could be, for example, let's say malwares, or it could be let's say phishing. It could be identity theft. It could be, for example, impersonation. So they are there and they are reported. But of course, the frequency of some types of incidents is more than the other type of incidents. So in order to say that, but it's still like the incident reporting is done, and then in fact basically we encourage people more and more to let's say report incidents, so that we exactly know that what incidents are out into the country, and then accordingly we can take necessary measures and we can help them how they may be able to fix it.
How many cases have been reported, let's say, for last year?
Because I think it's in a few hundred cases. So, and that few hundred cases are there, and we are having a dedicated cyber security incident reporting portal that's known as course, and on that we even, for example, on a daily basis we get a number of incidents which is escalated to the different agencies, including CERT, who are resolving those incidents.
What is the trend? More phishing or more ransomware?
No, because phishing we see yes, even ransomware we saw that they are coming from time to time, especially like major threats like DDoS and then, for example, man in the middle or other traditional types of attacks, they are reported less. But for example, emerging threats, they are reported yes.
Last week there was an incident whereby it was reported in the news whereby a company was installing viruses on computers in Europe and demanding ransom for removing the virus. Have you investigated in this issue?
No, that was not reported to us. Because until the way CERT works, until something is not reported, we normally don't intervene. So it has to be reported, and then normally we